Well, Coach, no rain in the forecast. That's the good news, but it is a chilly December day here in the Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Seattle Seahawks. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Hey, lady! Check back 47. Watch the pass. Hey, 0-0-0. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey. 47.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
47's the mark.
On second down now, Calhoun trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go. Let's bring it. 36 power. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Peterson. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jaron Reed. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some play.
He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 85 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
At their own 33-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Second down and 10, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's got it complete to Anderson. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Switch.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Braxton Berrios with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point up and good by Suckup, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that they led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
I'm letting you know right now, you better. Fair. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety creep.
He finds an opening past the 40. There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
We're going to sack. No game on this defense. No game. Strong right. Man, 80. Hey, exit. Oh, 80.
From the 24, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
You call plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Hey, Charlie. Mike 4. Hey, get away. Red 80. Mike 4.
Here's Darnold. And able to connect with Berrios. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First down, New York.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Man left. Even. Four down. Even.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
I can't believe they even let you play. Check 26.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs him up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down.
Hey, dude. Man, 80. Don't say nothing. Check.
Darnold from the gun. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Go. Roy. Touch 50.
They'll run on first down. Calhoun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Target. 47's the mic, boys. 47. Check. 47. Pick me up.
Now Wilson on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's second and inches at the 44-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches.
47's the mic. 14. Watch the car.
To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, this is something I may never understand. I don't get why a quarterback under duress who has a chance to get rid of the ball and save the yardage keeps it and runs out of bounds. Instead of an incomplete pass and no loss of yardage, it's a 3-yard loss.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Switch. Zebra. Hey, zero.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Returnable for Lockett. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
We taking wins home. Hey, check Mike 47. Big stuff.
On first down, Wilson. Forced out to his left. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Mike's 47. 47. I got it. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Get that quarterback at all costs.
Here's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Check, 47. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Preload. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Check Mike.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Check Mike 47. 47. Exit. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Wild Bill. Gun. Good job right there. All day.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10.
All day.
1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets...
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Darnold on first down. Nunez got it, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 on the Seahawks' 45-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, Darnold is going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Come on, D. Slide.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Mike 27. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Zebra.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. A good run on first down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Again, it's Bell. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
Nice hit, boy.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check, lady.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40, the 20, 10, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On first down, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a fifth, barring a conversion here on third down. Now it's Darnold. Quick hitch, complete. It's Bell. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On the move to his left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, it's Bell.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
A gain of 4. And it's third.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Jaron Reed make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Elsewhere, a third quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tight down. There you go.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Check back 47. You ain't going nowhere.
Tight dog.
Got it.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Game situation. Let's go. Hey. 4-7's the mic. 4-7. Delta. Hey, I'm coming.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Hey, we got
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get the lady. Smooth. 57's
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Here we go, son.
Go, go, go. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
To the air again, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
On 4th down, Darnold. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A first down throw, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K.J. Wright, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Now Zare Jones in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Going for it has paid off twice already on this drive. Can they convert again on 4th down? Let's see. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Check, 47. I got you.
On 1st down, Calhoun. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
47's the money. 47's the money.
They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
You want no problem. You want no problem with me.
Hey, Bulletti.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.